What's up, everybody? It's Julian today. Super excited to be showing you how to do Disclosure, white noise style, deep house. I used to love this album. I would literally just listen to this every single day on the way to school. So this is a big one for me. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. You can get the full template from this video at the top of the description on my website. So definitely go check that out. Thanks for the support, everybody. And let's get started. Alright, so first thing we got going is we're at 120 BPM here. And we start up top with the kick. You can hear it's not the longest kick, it's just a nice, punchy, fat little kick. We got a little subcut, and then we're converting it to mono. Then we have our drums. So it's not actually that many layers. We have 2 open hi-hats. See, one of these is very wide, and then one's right down the center. And so you get this big fat hi-hat. When I was studying their tracks, I noticed they do a lot of that. Like one really wide layer and then one just kind of punchy, fat, normal 909. We got some live percussion. We got a tambourine. Clap. And then these 3 little rim shots. Right, you can hear it's just these 3 sounds. They kind of create some more groove in there. On the whole group, I'm just cutting out a little bit of low end, and that's all the drums. So then we have a string. Just playing one note, right? It's just a string ensemble, live, high pass filter, and then auto pan so it bounces off the kick. We have this little vocal chop. So I took this, right, and pitched it, sliced a new MIDI track, and then you get that with a bunch of reverb, high pass filter, and then this auto pan to make it bounce off the kick. There's also this vocal, right, just like a nice classic house vocal, and then I've put it just like right perfectly on the grid. We got a little bit of reverb on that, high pass, and then an auto pan to make it bounce off the kick. Then we got the bass line, and this is really the star of the show. So, here's the MIDI for this. I went ahead and tried to recreate the pattern. Right, so it's actually this pretty simple thing in F minor. We're just going around the F minor scale like root, 9th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, root, 7th, 5th. So you see how it's actually pretty simple. Like when you actually understand these scales, you can do this type of thing pretty easily. It's essentially the intersection of rhythm and melody. Because also a big part of it is going to be the rhythm, right? So it starts with this layer. This is our sub bass, and before you can do any of the cool stabs, you have to have this going well with the kick. Right? Like that on its own just works. So what we're doing here is it's a square wave, and then we're using other oscillators, but there's no FM. You can see I've got a saw wave and then a sine wave. So it's just a super fat waveform going into a low pass, a little bit of an envelope. Side chin, a little bit of a subcut so it's not so like heavy, and then converting to mono. Then we move up to this wavetable. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the synth digital and the basic shapes. There's an envelope on the oscillator 1 position, oscillator 2 FM amount. So you can see I'm using the FM, it's all the way up on the tune, and then the same envelope on the filter. To make these punchy sort of future house basses, using one envelope on everything is a really good way to make it really cohesive. And then we have some classic unison. Then we have this layer. So again, like a sort of house donk. This is a very classic FM sound. We just have this the second oscillator an octave up, and then the third one is even higher, and that's kind of just adding some punch. Right? Then we have a low pass filter with a nice punchy envelope, a bit of a pitch envelope to give it some click. High pass, bass mono, because sometimes the high pass can mess up the phase, and then we're side chaining it. And then the last layer just gives us that little bit of kind of like attack. Like here's without it, with it. Right, so it's very essential to the whole sound. So what this is doing is its operator again. I think it's kind of based on that last patch, but it's a bit different. This time you can see we got the oscillators a bit higher, and they're kind of doing a bit more. Same low pass with an envelope, pitch envelope. A little bit of reverb on this one to kind of push it to the back a little more. High pass, bass mono, and then side chain. And that's the bass. And there we are. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this full project file and samples, MIDI, presets, everything from this video is available at the top of the description on my website. Don't miss out while it's available. Thanks for the support, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video.